So Heather and I have a builder, and he's building houses on our lots. We have some other of our clients who are building down there in Bella Vista. We have a couple of clients who sold several homes down there. And the lot values never really came all the way back where they should have been, which is a little bit crazy that they didn't. But one of the things that happened is that the banks will allow you to finance. We found these really cool loan products where you can finance and you can put the property up, the land up as the down payment. Now that's done all over the place, subordinating land, but usually the land value is significantly higher than the land value on the land down in Bella Vista. And yet we're still able to do that. So
yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. And it's because the prices that homes are selling for are so astronomical that the after built value of the home upon completion is so good that you still have, because you don't have hardly any money into the land. Yeah. You're still sitting in a really, really attractive place. So the people who held on now have the ability to build and keep them as rental properties, because they'll be into them at a really nice price, or build them and sell them for a profit either way. And that's what we're doing. We're going to keep some, and we're going to build some. And in the interim, Heather, who knew that the Walton boys were going to get together and decide to build ridiculous mountain bike park in Arkansas, of all places.
And it's through the development of Bella Vista. So the lot that I owned, the lot I own in an IRA, that I bought from you, Ron, there's a mountain bike trail that goes almost in the backyard, almost. So you can just hop on the trail, ride your mountain bike. And when I was there in town, I just kept seeing bikers. You'd be driving through the development, and bikers would just come out and cross the street.
It's become like a destination for mountain bikers, which, I mean, I would have, in a million years, if you just said, hey, what do you think might happen down in Bella Vista? I was like, I don't know, maybe they'll build another golf course. I don't know. I don't know. Another police station. I don't know. But mountain bike trails, never in a million years would I have guessed that ever. And yet here it is. And so that makes it an Airbnb hub. So you can build houses and do Airbnb down there as well.
That's right.
Pretty interesting.
When I was there in 2020, one thing that I learned that I didn't know before was that all of the heirs from Sam Walton from Walmart, that's Walmart's headquarters, as you said, and the grandsons are the ones that built the mountain biking trails, and that it's contingent in their trust money that they have to give a percentage back to that Northwest Arkansas region. So they have the best arts, the best parks. I mean, you name it. It's like state of the art everything. And then another thing I learned is that one time Sam Walton needed to meet with one of the reps of one of the companies, a supplier for Walmart's product. And that they couldn't come. And he said, that's it. If you sell product in my store, you need to have a brick and mortar store and a rep within so many miles of Walmart. And so when you drive through that area, there is every store. I mean, Black & Decker, they called it something row, like store row or something. And there's every brand has a store. It's very cool.
It's pretty amazing, really. And the growth down there is really amazing. So I guess moral of the story is we knew that stuff would happen. We thought it would happen much sooner than that. It didn't. There's just certain things that you can't control in real estate. One of them is, the government and their timing on things, and whether they screw things up, which they did. But there's one way that in a shifting market you could profit. We had I have a really good friend who did the same thing. He was a builder though, and so he would go and he bought up hundreds and hundreds of lots in a particular market. And then, once the bank started to open up the money, he had land that was basically free. And so,
Wow.
I mean, he was building houses just, I mean, it was out of control. And actually, that happened in Utah as well.
Hmm.
I can't remember the name of the builder now, but they actually were building when people were buying renovation houses and they were buying, REOs, and he was building for less than the REOs because he
Wow.
had bought the land almost for free. And so he didn't have any land cost, which in Utah, as you know, it's a huge portion of the house is land cost. And so, anyway,
That's awesome.
there's so many ways to invest in real estate. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had a client tell me, I had a client call and say, I need you to tell me if I should take my cash and I should do more active flipping or if I should buy a property from you. And I said, well, the cool thing about real estate is that both work. And I said, here's the advantages, disadvantages that I can think of to both strategies. And I said, that's the magic. And that's why there's so many different options out there for real estate, is because you can be creative and do different things and be successful.
Wildly profitable. All. I just had a conversation with a guy the other day, and I was telling him the same thing. It's both and. Why do you need to do one over the other? It's both and, right? Take the profits from your flip and put them into something that's long term. I tell my coaching students that too. Like, you have a marketing machine that's cranking out really good deals. Cherry pick the best ones. Use the profits from your other ones to pay for them, and keep properties, keep real estate.
Agreed.
And then I think to myself, okay, then you and I have other friends who don't have the time to do either one of those things. They literally can't do it. So if they can't get good deals from a company like ours, just because there's fewer and fewer deals, we've talked multiple times, Heather, about syndications where they can get into deals where other people have found the deals, and they can fund those deals as a limited partner and literally just get money.
Yeah.
They don't have to do anything. It's a very passive investment. With the right syndicator, those deals can be very, very lucrative as well.
Definitely. It's a good point. Lots of different options. So I think my takeaway from it is to always look for the opportunity instead of what's going wrong or what didn't go according to plan. Look for the opportunity. And right now even though rates are increasing, so much opportunity. Everywhere.
literally all over the place. And I believe that it is going to get much better.